What is up, guys? It's your boy BigTone coming at you with some Wizard of Legend gameplay first impression. There's a new game that just came out for Steam. It's like one of those rogue style games, dungeon crawlers, relics, get powers, get destroyed by bosses. It's basically how this game works. You can play this on mouse and keyboard or with an Xbox controller. I'm currently playing with an Xbox controller. Good thing I don't need an LB button because I don't have one. But yeah, I'll be hopping into single player. They have two player and versus for co-op on the same PC. So I guess you could hook up two controllers or give somebody a wireless keyboard, tell them back up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go at it, or y'all try to triumph the dungeons together. But I'll be giving you kind of a rundown of what I know so far. I've done like 4, probably 5 runs so far, and I got trashed each one. I haven't made it past the first boss yet. So yeah, I'm really new to this game, so I'm not like, you know, ultra godly man at this game. But this is where you change your cloak. Your cloak can change the type of damage you're resistant to, so fire and water. This game is element based, so fire does more to grass does more to water does more to wind does more to earth. Question mark? Maybe yes. But either way, it's element based, so fire will resist fire, water will resist water, so on and so forth. What is this for? Oh wait. Would you like to relive the trip to the museum? Oh, this will show you all the basics. Okay, why don't, yeah, I'll just do this. So this is kind of the introduction. I'll show you this just so you guys can kind of get an idea of the game as you was to start it. So this lady will basically give you the dash. It'll show you how to dash. So you do have this basic dash, no cooldown. This is going to be really essential in battles. Try to keep your way out of enemies. For me, the controller is really comfortable for me. I don't know if it's because I'm used to playing on console or if the keyboard and mouse is just not as comfortable for me, but I just know that like on keyboard, I feel like I have less directional. I feel like you can have better aim, but like when it comes to dashing, I feel like it's a lot easier to do on a controller. So these are so basically masterpieces with elements refined from chaos by channeling the magical energies through these arcane wizardry summon. So basically this shows you the circle of life. So water beats fire, right? Beats lightning beats water. Yeah. So water beats fire, fire beats wind beats earth, earth beats lightning beats water. And the circle of life. Okay. So these are some of the dummies that you could try some of your skills on. So right here, she gives you your X skill and your Y skill. Your X skill is your basic attack, using 3 combos. Each should have a little bit of additional health. If you guys see the red exclamation mark pop up on during a strike, that is the critical strikes. You have a slight chance of doing it. Of course, there's relics and different things that can boost your critical attack rate. And then Y button is your cooldown skill. For this skill specifically, it channels 8 different fireballs that you can just basically shoot whenever they're available. But Y usually has the cooldown. And then, alright, so let's go here. This basically shows your the ability of your special ability. The gold cards with the gold around them. So these are your common cards, these are your rare cards. So yeah, you can use most of the common cards for the special effect. So yeah, let's go ahead and pick that up. Exploding fireball. So that's gonna be your B skill. Of course, it's gonna have a longer cooldown than your other skills, but it usually has AOE. It can do amplified damage of the element. It might add some status effect to. It might add some status effect to your actual. Status effect to your actual ability from the ability. And then this is gonna put your energy all the way up. When you get that, you can channel this to have an extra boosted ability. That'll sometimes add more crit, more damage, more strikes, different things, kind of depends on the ability. This is all stuff that I've picked up so far from the game. So like I said, I'm not the best at the game. I'm just letting you guys know what I know so far. And these are the basics they present to me, so I'm kind of letting you guys know. So for the people who don't have the game, this will show you kind of the rundown of the game. I wouldn't judge the game just off the tutorial, just because me doing the tutorial, I like to get straight into the game. I'm really like a grinder, so I'd much rather skip the tutorial, fight a lot of stuff, and die so much that I figure out the right way rather than actually going through it. But at the same time, this will show you guys a little bit of everything. So these are the chaos gems that I was talking about. Oh, well, these are chaos gems. These are crystals that you gain over time. So if you kill enemies and you see one drop, by the end of the run, you'll have that added onto the chaos gems from the last run. And then with that currency, you can buy different things in the main hub, which you can then take into battle. So chaos gems were rare crystals that were often used as currency by various artifacts of the time. These are your standard currencies, metallic coins that are also used to trade for goods and services. So these are the ones when you're running through the dungeon, you collect these, you get like 200, 300, 400, 500. You buy the different stuff like health potions, relics, and abilities, different things like that you buy inside with these. And with these, you get them over time, and you save that for the things you can buy passively. Like you come into battle with extra relics or extra gear, different things like that. Rare chaos with unknown effects. So yeah, I guess these are unknown abilities, so you kind of have to take a risk when you're picking those up. All right, let's make our way down here. So this will show you some of the courses that they have. You can fall down here and take 25 damage, and it's really easy to be jumping around everywhere and then come around the corner and fall down because you will slide off. So getting used to this space will definitely make you more comfortable playing too. So let's go ahead and go over here. Oh wait. So this right here is a relic. You press X to pick it up. And now that relic is with me. You press on the Xbox, you press the left trigger and you can check what they do. So this one summons a rare sprite that freezes enemies. Only one sprite can be held at a time. So this will freeze enemies randomly as I battle them. So you guys can kind of see what it does here. So you see how that one was frozen. When you attack them, they can attack you, but sometimes the risk you have to take because getting close to them can sometimes proc their attack, which they might hit you before you can actually attack them. Alright, and this is an ability. Like I said, you can pick up ability cards, so I'll be using this. This will be my LB skill. I really like these because they freeze enemies, and it gives you some time to like think, I guess. You can knock enemies off ledges, which is really useful, so I usually try to get them over to the edge, especially if they do a lot of damage. Just get them over to the edge, or if they're stationary, just like this, just run up to them, knock them off the edge. It'll save you some time, some energy, or some. Alright, and this is going to be our boss man here. We're going to, I'm cycling through all of my my abilities. The main thing I'm trying to do is just not take damage, because I noticed like if you don't take damage, then you're good to go. But obviously, because if you're dead, you can't take damage. But the thing about this is if you get hit by one thing, it can chain into so many things. So you can like make one mistake and pay for it because like you jump in to hit somebody or something like that. So I'm really getting used to like hiding. Just because the 3 runs I did, like, see that one little slime did 10 damage to me? So if I get hit 50 times just from that one little tiny slime, I'm dead. And that's just that tiny slime, so things does progressively more damage. After every boss battle, you do get these health potions. These are what the health potions look like. They're just these like red orbs. You can knock paintings down too, which is pretty cool. Wizards who enter the Chaos Trials were usually garbed in standard wizarding cloaks as shown here. They are allowed to enter the trials with one of each of the 4 classes of arcane as well as a relic of their choosing. Okay, these are the chests here. On display were some of the relics that were used by wizards in the Chaos Trials. Each of them have unique relics, had powerful attributes that wizards used to great effect in the trials. So those are the relics. You keep them throughout the whole run. You pick them up. They usually give you some type of passive ability that you can carry through, and it'll really help your run if you can get like a good chain of relics that work together. Like say you regen health on critical strikes, and you get a relic like you crit every time you know, things of that nature. But you know, you want to try to stack them. It's hard to tell because most of them don't have a description, but I feel like that's the fun part, is figuring out which relics does what. Well, all of them has descriptions, but on site you don't know the description of it. You have to wait till you buy it or obtain it. So these are all the cloaks. Wizarding cloaks are used in Chaos Trials, were optimized for quick movement and arcane use. Many of these cloaks were even enhanced by skilled tailors to have a variety of potent effects. So like I said, the cloaks are used for defense, like from the different elements. But as they said, some of the cloaks can have an enhancement, so you could have a better type of cloak to go into the dungeon with. Wizards in the Chaos Trials often had grimoires full of arcana in their possession. However, as only one arcana with each class could be used in the trials, they were required to fashion a limited hand that suited their strength. Okay, so they're talking about the deck of cards. So they're saying that the amount of cards that you have are limited, but they're saying they're all OP, I guess. Distinct only the wizard who has successfully came over to Chaos Trials. So this is what you get at the end of the trials. Not much else is known about the relic other than that it was crafted directly from chaos energy. So I guess this is a relic that you get if you beat the trials. I guess you get a relic to stay with you throughout your whole journey, and you can keep picking them up. That's basically what it seems like, but you know. All right, and this is your like home base, your headquarters, and this is where you can do a lot of different stuff. I kind of did this already. So this is the wardrobe. Like I say, with this one you can change your cloak, fire, water, resistance, and they have different ones here. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the fire one just because I don't like burning damage. I haven't been frozen yet, so I haven't even been against frozen enemies, so we'll see how that goes. These are where you can change all of your abilities that you go out with. Every time you unlock abilities, they'll have that exclamation mark to make sure you have it checked off and good to go. But you can you can start with one basic, so one of each element. You have all of the elements. Any cards that you bought will be up here, or obtained through the dungeon will be here. So I'm gonna go with this one here. And the dash, yeah, I'll keep that one there. That's for increase shot. Okay. This is gonna be your Y skill, or I don't know what it is on PC. Sorry. Oh wait. Q. No. Right click. Sorry. This is your right click skill. Your right click skill or your Y skill is usually the skill that is on cooldown. This skill is, I feel like it's really good because it's on cooldown. I like to use the frost fan, just because it freezes the enemies, and it throws it towards them. I want to try it. I want to try this out. Let's try this out for a little bit. And then this is gonna be your Q ability or your B ability on Xbox controller. And this is gonna be your super overpowered type of skill. Let me see. Ice Cube will travel further. And what I like to do is kind of switch up the kind of skills that I'm using. So actually for this one, I'll go ahead and I would try this. And then for my signature ability, I want to try this. We'll go ahead and try that. Okay, let's go. Okay. Alright, yep. So, and then this is gonna be where all of your relics are kept. You can equip one relic per entry. So you want to go through your relics, maybe choose something that you really like. Let me see. But yeah, you have 48 offense, 48 defense, 48 miscellaneous. As you collect them as you buy them from the shop in the middle, you can You can have them in here to store. You can see the different abilities that you picked up and different things of that nature. So yeah, this is the basic area here, and then this is where you're gonna be. That's where I guess you can go to back to. So this is where you go to the plaza. The plaza. This is where you're gonna be taking, using your crystals here. These right here. These are the ones that you gain over time. Chaos gems, and with these chaos gems, you can buy these different items here. These are going to be your card skills, so the different things that you use down here with your X, A, B, Y, or left click, right click, Q, space. So these ice phosphorus, I don't think I want that. And Hulks, he's telling me I can't go, but he said proceed. These are the different relics that you can buy. Like I said, I feel like the hardest part is just gonna be like figuring out what these each do. Blasting sprite aura. That looks interesting. I'm gonna try that. Yeah. So every time you buy something, that chest will pop up, or the ability book, or whatever you buy will pop up, so you don't have to go all the way back. These vampire eyeglasses, they give you crit. I'll do that. It restores health every time you crit. I don't feel like I can use that right now, but maybe later, once I figure out how more of the abilities work, I might be able to use that to change. Summons a sprite that slows enemies. Only one sprite to me. We'll try that out. Alright, yeah, we'll try it. We'll try blasting right now. And then this right here is where you will enter the dungeon of. Oh wait. So first you have the these are all of your cloaks here. This is where you buy your cloaks. There's 75 chaos gems, so it's gonna be a couple runs before you're able to afford it. But these will give you different abilities. Like I said, well, with this one it says pace, vigor, and grit. So you kind of have to determine off of just reading it what it might give you. If you're really good with your words, you might be able to predict what the item gives you before you actually know what it is. And this is where you can enter like a trial dungeon. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't went inside of this yet, but it costs 10 chaos gems to go in. And I can't afford that right now, especially because I don't know what that is. It might be something crazy. But yeah, and this middle portion right here, the middle of the plaza, this is where you will enter your actual trials, your dungeons. This is where you're going to be spending most of your time. I'll show you guys my first impression gameplay. This kind of showed you the basics of what this has to offer, the general information as far as the abilities, the skills, relics, and different things. All of that played together once you actually play the game. The combat of the game is really good, and I'll be showing you guys that in my next video. So for now, if you guys could please like, subscribe, check out my Twitch stream. It's Notorious BigTone, twitch.tv/NotoriousBigTone. I'll be streaming often. You might see me on Wizard of Legend, or you might see me on another popular game. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you. Have a good one.